there, savvy home buyers and sellers. This is Jeff O'Leary, the Village Guru. In today's episode, we're gonna go over luxury versus regular real estate. What is the difference? If you're a buyer or seller, you're not gonna wanna miss this episode, so let's go. Luxury real estate. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. $1 million listing. Champagne, yachts, Bugattis, Ferraris. Hey, this is why we're here. When we talk about real estate, the fundamentals will always apply. However, when we're looking at luxury real estate, there are a few things that are different. And if you're somebody who's making a foray into luxury real estate, I'm gonna go over 5 things that will be different than maybe a home search that you've been used to in the past. And by knowing about these ahead of time, it'll just prepare you for a better home search in order to get the best result possible, because at the end of the day, that's what you're looking for. So first off, unlike a normal real estate transaction, in a lot of cases, the listing agent will be present for all showings when it comes to luxury real estate, especially in the top 1%. Now, this might not seem like a big deal. However, buyers are usually accustomed to visiting a home with their own buyer's real estate agent, taking the time and discussing the pros and cons of the home. Now, that can be a little difficult when the listing agent is standing in the home, so you have to be prepared for that. Now, there are some good things about it. So number one, when we're talking about luxury real estate, there's usually a lot of features. The homes are much larger, and there's a lot more to understand about this home. So when you have the listing agent there, they should have all the information and be able to answer all your questions. Now, keep in mind that that listing agent does work for the seller, and they might start asking you a lot of questions because they will be trying to assess you up and to see if you're qualified to buy their home. My advice is to play along with it. Realtors love to talk. Ask lots of questions, get as much information out of them as you can. That way you're armed with more information to make an informed decision. If you're working with a good buyer's representative, they'll also ask questions also, but let the listing agent lead you around the home because they will know the most about the home, and it actually does help with the buying process. Luxury homes in the top 1% are generally extremely upgraded with a lot of amenities, a lot of things you will not find in a normal home. Now, when it comes to putting a value on these things, that's where it can get a little murky. In luxury real estate, sellers tend to list their homes at a much higher rate, and there tends to be more negotiation involved in the sale of these homes. Now, one thing is when you're looking at multiple luxury homes, you're gonna find out that most of them are pretty upgraded. So it's understanding the cost of these upgrades, assigning a value to them. Number one, of how much you think that upgrade is worth, but number two, what the market will think that upgrade is worth. Because at the end of the day, there is still a comparison method going on, even though the homes might not be as cookie cutter or appear to be the same as in with regular real estate. So be sure to keep an eye on the upgrades and make sure you understand fully what has been put into the home. Number 3 is the luxury game. Believe it or not, there could be a lot more pressure on a buyer to act the part of being in the luxury real estate market. So sometimes buyers may feel uncomfortable asking tough questions, asking questions about financing or value. Listen, you still have the right to ask questions. Just because it's a luxury home, just because it looks beautiful, doesn't mean you're just gonna automatically pay them what they're asking. That would be crazy. You still need to look at the comparables, you still need to do your research, and don't be afraid to ask the question. Real estate is still based on fundamentals, and don't let anybody intimidate you into not asking questions that you don't have the answers for. Number 4, it can actually be difficult to choose the right property, because when you're looking at 4 or 5 very nice homes, they're all going to be nice. They're all going to have their amazing attributes. Listen, this is not regular real estate, and people have put a lot of money and time and investment into these homes, and they are showstoppers. But at the end of the day, you can only get one home. So just like a regular buyer, I recommend you do the exercise, what you must have in a home, what you'd like to have in a home, and what you can have in a home. Because what you're gonna find is no matter how high of a price you're able to go in buying a home, there is still gonna be some compromises to be made, because no house is ever perfect, and people always have to choose what's most important to them. So by doing this exercise ahead of time, you're gonna be set up to look for exactly what you want in the home and ignore the things that, while they might be pretty and shiny, are not going to make your lifestyle better or make you truly happier with the home. And finally, don't be impressed by things that really don't matter to you as a home buyer in luxury real estate. So when we look at real estate, the same fundamentals apply. Location, land size, size of the home are the top three. Then we get into the upgrades and the amenities. So nowhere did I say that how important it is who your neighbor is who lives down the street, because that really has no effect on the value of your home or on your lifestyle. Listen, if you have a celebrity that lives in your neighborhood, great. But that doesn't mean they're gonna come over and have beers with you on the weekend. It just doesn't work that way. So always stick to the facts. I know a lot of people like to name drop things and talk about how great this is and that is. At the end of the day, get the information you need in order to find the house that truly works for you. Well, there you have it. I'm Jeff O'Leary talking about the difference between luxury real estate and regular real estate. At the end of the day, remember, this is still a transaction. There's still emotions involved, and there's still fundamentals of real estate that never change regardless of the price or size of the property. Make sure to do your research, ask the questions you need to do in order to make an informed decision. I'm Jeff O'Leary, the Village Guru. If you have any questions, always feel free to call or email me. Have yourself a safe day.